Hi, God bless each and one of y'all. Welcome to my first video of this channel. And hey, Happy New Year. It's 2025 and there's a lot going on for this year. And I know for each and one of us, it's different. We have different goals. We have different things that we want to do. And how well is it to start off with a new year with a small reflection or a small thought? And first of all, I want to start off with this verse that is found in Jeremiah 29:11. And it says, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil." Well, with this verse, I just want to meditate more on it. And it's been quite an experience last year. Last year has been something different. Last year has literally made me think of how God has been so graceful with me, the way he has been processing my faith, the way he has been allowing these different moments that cause me to think and cause me to meditate. Hold on, I have to be ready. I have to keep going. I can't let one process or one hardship make my faith crumble. And as last year, there's been a whole lot going on. It's been a transition of me as a teenager to a youth or a young adult, and the transition of I had to leave behind the children's ministry, and it has been something totally different. And I was just thinking about all of these things that I was going through last year. It's been quite some transitions, and not only that, it was also having to do the transition from high school to college, and it's been a lot. And thankfully the Lord has been helping me through, so I'm holding on to him. And I don't know, I always say, transitions for me are scary, they're frightening. I get anxious, I don't know what's gonna come next, I don't know what to do. It's something completely new to me. So I had tons of fears all in mid-year. So, and every time I think about it, every time I'm oh my goodness, Lord, you allowed all these transitions all in 1 year. And not only that, a couple other surprises that God has been giving me the next half of the year, the second half of the year, from July, marking July, which is my birthday, marking July forward, God decided to do a lot more things then. I was Lord, I did not expect all these things that you had planned for me. Like it says, I have plans with you, thoughts of peace and not of evil. So thankfully I was able to trust in him and put all my plans in his hands. Sometimes it could be frightening. Sometimes we can doubt if God really is there with us. But from what I've experienced from last year, I know that whatever plans I have this year, whatever I decide to do this year, I know he's gonna help me. And it should be the same thought. We should all have the same thinking, because each year brings something different. Sometimes we might feel it's gonna be the same as the last year, but God allows new things. And if we hold on to him, if we're constantly there searching for him, if we're constantly there trying to learn more and more of him, it will totally help us. And from what I've learned from last year was that in one of my experiences, God allowed me to pray and share a word to this person, and God had guided me to share some words to this one person I know. And it literally impacted my life later when that person testified saying, yes, thank you for like the word that you gave me. It really helped me and you've been a blessing to my life. And I was like, Lord, this is like a lot for me to like it is a lot in one moment. And I was like, Lord, I was really frightened that it wasn't your will, that it wasn't you. But from what I've noticed and from what this person testified, it was totally you. So I was able to see like the hand of God working, the way God works, the way God does in our everyday lives. And every time I would have this conversation with this one person, she would tell me, yes, God did this. This is happening and all of this. And she would ask me questions, and those questions that she would make me like totally, they were simple at first, but then when I thought about it to explain it, I was like, Lord, how do I explain this? Like, there's so much information, but I'm trying to get it summarized. But at the same time, I get so excited to share about it that I end up sharing a lot of stuff. But in that moment, in that process where I'm having like these conversations with this person, I started to like realize, no wonder Jesus Christ like brought together 12 people. It wasn't just one person that was there with Jesus. No, it was 12, the 12 disciples that were like with him wherever he went. And I can just imagine these disciples like asking each other, why does Jesus do this? Why did he forgive this person? Should we go ask him? What do you think? What are your opinions about Jesus? What is going on? I can just imagine those conversations of the disciples with each other, and the way Jesus Christ, I know that he must have left room for them to do that, because it was in the Bible mentions where Jesus would constantly go to like this like mountain or like this hill or wherever he would go and pray. He would take that time separately, and I could just imagine that the disciples were also being formed through those conversations. So, and those questions that they made to Jesus. So that is like those things, those thoughts that happened last year. What are some past experiences that we've experienced that will help us in this new year? What are those conversations that we had last year that are gonna benefit our faith for this year? What are some errors that we committed last year that could like make us meditate and be like, I'm not gonna do that again? And let us think about these things thoroughly this year. God has so much. God has so much plans for each and one of us. I'm always amazed every time God does something, and it's been like a constant learning journey. So I hope that each and one of y'all can have a blessed year, and always remember to have like this relationship with God. It will help you throughout your whole year in anything that you do. We're not looking to be benefited by God, but it just comes. The blessings just come. If you have that relationship with God, everything else will come. It will come as a reward. Like, just focus on God, and that will help you truly. And it has helped me too. So thank you for listening, and I hope that y'all can have a blessed year, and that God be there with y'all at all moments. So thank you for listening, and God bless.